What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including when wrestling goes totally wrong as an MMA fighter knocks out a wrestler legitimately, Rampage Jackson comments on his son's alleged attack, WrestleMania 42's insane ticket prices shock fans, a wrestler is in danger of losing a home, Karrion Kross returns to GCW, a miracle has happened to Lex Luger, CM Punk's birthday bash for Jimmy Uso, 2 years without Bray, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive leaks. Now let's get the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, this story looks at when wrestling goes totally wrong. At top of today's news is a report that former UFC fighter Quinton Rampage Jackson's son Roger knocked out a wrestler in an indie show, then proceeded to pummel him whilst unconscious, laying in with real hard punches. Laying inside the ropes is reporting that things apparently began to heat up before the show when wrestler Psycho Stu smashed a beer can over Roger's head. Yeah, that's the Psycho Stu. Oh, you don't say. Oh, he's not a good worker, bro. Don't know. Yeah, what's that? You're good. You're good. Yeah, you good. You're set. Later, Roger talk with the ladder is out. With that I know after and Roger still went face to face. Allegedly ain't out with the wrestler Bellade's actions. And to finding out Roger was a professional wrestler. During the actual show, Rampage Jackson's son was seen entering the ring and slamming Psycho, knocking him out cold. While Stu lay motionless, Roger connected several heavy punches before he was pulled away by other pro wrestlers. Roger is a legitimate MMA fighter, and his actions led to concerns amongst fans and wrestlers that Roger seriously injured Psycho Stu. The wrestler that Roger Jackson attacked was actually a former Army veteran who has suffered from PTSD and actually used pro wrestling as an outlet to get away from his personal issues. Now, this attack has been branded as sick by many fans on social media. Whether or not the MMA fighter knew wrestling was a work or not, those punches were 100% legitimate, and there could have been a situation where he could have actually killed Psycho Stu. Rusev even chimed in saying, "I've known and trained with Psycho Stu for 15 years. He's a former U.S. Army veteran, an amazing guy. There's no excuses for what happened in the ring. Praying for a strong Kigao." However, Roger's father, Rampage Jackson, commented on his son's alleged attack. Roger's famous father is now weighing in on things following concerns about Psycho's condition and his son's actions. Rampage Jackson tweeted, "I want to clear up the misinformation about my son Roger. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, aka Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Roger was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Roger was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was a part of the show. It was bad judgment, and it worked that went wrong." And naturally, the idea of trained fighters beating down an unconscious opponent raised concerns, but wrestling being wrestling, some skeptics cried kayfabe, a situation it was clearly not. Rampage expressed his concern, saying, "Roger is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and to Kick for the situation." Now, there was footage after the attack happened, and Roger was still furious with Stu's actions before the match, even though Stu could be heard apologizing to Jackson. Next up, a WrestleMania 42's insane ticket prices shock fans. Next time for a report on WrestleMania 42's rumored ticket prices and how it's a sign that there's no end in WWE's quest for record profit. If you think last year's show ticket prices were outrageous, wait until you hear about how much dough fans will have to pay for next year's event. Ringside News is reporting, according to Beard Guy, who already attended WrestleMania 41, it was revealed that front row center seats for both nights of WrestleMania 42 in 2026 will cost $70,000 as part of the Ringside Row 1 package. Seats in rows 2 and 3 are priced between $35,000 and $50,000 per person as well. The report even added, in comparison, front row seats for WrestleMania 41 at Allegiant Stadium were priced at $50,000 per person. Seats in row 2s and 3 were priced between $30,000 and $35,000. Our fans have complained about WWE's increased ticket prices, but this report suggests WWE plans to continue raising ticket prices as long as people are willing to pay for them. This isn't a surprise if you've been following WWE's past comments on ticket pricing. You may recall that TKO President Mark Shapiro's comments last May, where he told attendees at the JP Morgan conference that the business plan focused on dynamic pricing, the concept of increasing ticket prices to reflect demand. WWE has tremendous upside in global partnerships, tremendous upside that we're already realizing on ticket pricing, tremendous upside in site fees, dynamic pricing, yield management, all margins significantly expanded as it relates to WWE live events. An amazing place to be. Now, we don't know who's willing to shell out $70,000 for a show, but at least WWE is including more in the ticket prices, including an in-ring photo, on-stage photo, a Triple H 15-minute meet and greet, replica belts, gift bags, and shopping bags will all be included with much more. WrestleMania is starting to really be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Next up, a wrestler in danger of losing a home. Oregon's flat fire is causing chaos in former WWE superstar and TNA star Christy Hemme's home could end up being one of the many homes destroyed by the blaze. Hemme's close friend Gail Kim took to social media sharing a prayer request from Hemme. As Kim wrote, "I'm posting this for my dear friend Christy Hemme. She wanted me to send this for support. Please pray for her and her family." The message was quite long, but here's an excerpt. "Please, please, please protect the love of my life, my husband, the father of my 5 children, his father, and all of our dear friends helping to fight the fire from our home. If our home goes, I accept this outcome, and if you will grant our family a miracle to keep it, I will accept it humbly as a gift borrowed in this life." According to Ringside News, the situation is dire, with Christy's husband and their friends fighting the fires themselves. Unfortunately, the Hemmes can't rely on fire insurance because insurance companies have been dropping fire insurance policies for residents who live in supposed high-risk areas for fires. Seriously, insurances are an outright scam, aren't they? You pay and you pay and you pay for many years, and then you find out when you actually need it, they don't want to pay out. Next up is Xavier Woods injured. A Fightful Select is reporting that this concerns that the former King of the Ring may have injured his neck during his match against Penta on last week's Raw. According to Fightful, one source claims Woods was seen backstage wearing a neck brace. We haven't learned anything regarding the extent of it, but one source claimed that they actually saw him wearing a neck brace later that evening. He was able to leave under his own power and initially didn't seem severe, at least based on the fact that he was up and continuing his evening. However, Woods' complaints about his injury suggest it may be a work. Woods commented on Penta releasing the Mexican Destroyer on him, saying, "Banned from WWE for years due to the extreme damage that it can cause to the vital areas of a competitor's neck. The Mexican Destroyer strikes again. Woods is legitimately injured. We're wishing him a speedy recovery." Next up, Karrion Kross returns to GCW. A 2-time NXT champion, Karrion Kross, is no longer with WWE, but he apparently isn't looking back as he delivered a destructive message at last night's Game Changer Wrestling homecoming event. Wrestling News is reporting that Kross and his wife Scarlett Bordeaux showed up during Matt Cummings' match against Shotzi Blackheart. Kross and Bordeaux, disguised as druids, attacked Matt, helping Shotzi to win. However, that was just a start as Kross cut this powerful promo backstage, playing a violin as he told his audience, "I lost my dream job. Oh, man, I'm so sad. This isn't WWE. It's clearly not a work." Now, of course, just because the rest that says something is a work is little proof that this situation isn't a work. However, this is definitely a more convincing way of showing that this isn't a work at all. Next up, a miracle has happened to Lex Luger. There's incredible news concerning Lex Luger, who may be now close to being able to walking on his own. Luger, who suffered a spinal stroke in 2007 that left him paralyzed, had been working closely with Diamond Dallas Page in rehabilitating himself with DDP Yoga. Page recently posted a video of Lex walking several steps with no assistance. Wrestling News then described the device Luger is using to help him walk. The focus of the video is in the new walking device that DDP said it was brought to his attention by a doctor of physical therapy. The device, which straps around Luger's waist and provides a stable frame, is designed basically to make it so it's really difficult to fall, according to Rob Karlovic, the inventor of the Life Glider. The WWE Hall of Famer's road to recovery has been long and not without setbacks. According to Lex Luger, he planned to walk to the podium for his recent Hall of Fame induction, but this fell apart. We had this thing all planned out, and then I was like, now we can't do it because I took a stupid fall at the airport. I felt like I let everybody down. But this didn't stop Luke, and the video shows his incredible progress from needing a wheelchair to taking several steps on. Everybody's like, "White shell shock, got a little baby with me," like all of us barefoot, and the guy goes, "You're gonna bring my fire extinguisher back?" Now, while certain wrestlers use tour buses to alleviate the rigors of the road, the story shows that there are still hazards in it. Punk was in the ring with LA Knight and Jimmy USO when he told the fans, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've all heard the news. Jimmy's gonna get that. I want you, the White County Wall. Lanyards, also a part that yesterday on uniform, but who were in Liverpool the day before. That's been a great week for Big Jim and his wife Naomi recently announced that they're expecting their first baby together. Judging from Punk's comments, this won't be the only live event where he leads the fans in singing happy birthday to Jimmy, as he told Liverpool fans, as he Chilmer Panthers Burrows and his Burrow Eller, our world. The former Shibun chance took early the birthday for Jimmy's highly successful brother, the former world heavyweight champion Jey Uso. In any event, we send our belated happy birthday wishes to both the Usos. And finally, 2 years without Bray. Now, unfortunately, today marks the 2nd-year anniversary of the passing of Bray Wyatt. His former partner, JoJo Offerman, posted a very heartfelt tribute on her Instagram. JoJo mentioned that she and the kids miss him deeply, but can still feel his presence around them. Bray Wyatt may no longer be here with us, but his presence and memories is felt every single day. But there you have it, folks. The wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. We'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.